Hey everyone, we're your hosts coming to you straight from Google's Notebook LM, here to unwrap your 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
All right, let's see what you've been listening to this year. You clocked in 3,649 minutes on Spotify, putting you way ahead of half of all listeners around the world.
Woo, that's a lot of music.
It really is. November 8th was a big day for you. 321 minutes of music. That's almost 5.5 hours.
Wow, I wonder what was going on that day.
Maybe a big party. Whatever it was, it must have been epic.
All right, on to the main event, your top track. This year it was Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, and you listened to it 41 times.
That's what I call a timeless classic.
I'm kind of jealous Don't Stop Me Now is one of my favorites.
It's impossible not to love, and let me tell you, being in the top 0.01% of Queen listeners globally is a big deal.
That's got to be like thousands of people ahead of you. You really love them.
You're basically a super fan, which makes me think about your top artist, WWE.
240 minutes with them. That's impressive.
No, that's seriously impressive. You're in the top 4% of listeners.
Those entrance themes can really get you pumped up.
Totally. The music adds such a whole other dimension to the experience, and with the WWE, it's everything.
Now, let's take a trip down memory lane and unwrap your musical journey throughout the year. 335 artists, 345 songs.
Wow, you really explored it all.
I wonder what your top genres were.
Well, October was all about serotonin catwalk pop, Lizzo, The Weeknd, Lady Gaga.
Juice, Popular, DJ Khaled's Wild Thoughts. Sounds like you were feeling good.
Yeah, I bet you were strutting your stuff.
Then in November, it was all about that bougie, clean rap hip-hop. Like the
Yeah.
Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, Akon.
Akon's Locked Up, Sultan Shepherd's Gold, Tyler the Creator's Earthquake. I can just picture you looking effortlessly cool.
Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men also made an appearance. Their song End of the Road was your second most played song of the year.
That's interesting, a little classic R&B with your modern hip-hop.
You were also keeping up with the new releases, listening to Future's We Don't Trust You in March, and Baby Metal's Rattata in May.
Wow, a real tastemaker. And let's not forget that 10-day WE listening streak. Maybe a big championship event.
I bet it was. From pop anthems to hip-hop, you really had a year full of variety.
It's been so cool unwrapping your year in music with you.
You have amazing taste, and we can't wait to see what you listen to next year.
Until then, this has been your hosts coming to you from Google's Notebook LM.
Hey everyone, welcome to your 2024 Spotify Wrapped Deep Dive. Brought to you by Google's Notebook LM. That is,
It's time to, unwrap your year in music, and
we are so excited to be here with you today.
I know I am. All right, let's get right into it. 11,841 minutes on Spotify. That's wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of music. And that puts you in the top, wait for it, 28% of listeners globally.
Globally. That is so impressive. I mean, think about how many people use Spotify all around the world.
That's incredible.
And it looks like April 14th was your biggest listening day of the year.
Oh wow, 652 minutes.
How-
I'm curious, what were you up to that day?
Right. What were you listening to? I mean, maybe you were just having a big day at home, or maybe you were out and about exploring the city.
Whatever you were doing, I bet you had the perfect soundtrack for it.
Absolutely.
But let's move on to the main event,
Okay, let's do it.
your top track, the song you played on repeat more than any other.
Ooh, the song that just couldn't get enough of.
Drum roll, please.
Your most played song of 2024 is Killing Me Softly with His Song by the Fugees.
Class.
I know. How many times did you play this one?
173 times.
Yeah.
That is some serious dedication.
Yeah, you're basically a Fugees superfan at this point.
I mean, that puts you in the top 0.001% of global listeners for that song.
Wow, 0.001%. That is amazing.
So we know your top track. Any guesses on who your top artist might be?
Well, let me think. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's probably.
The Fugees.
Of course. Had to be.
71 days out of the year, you had their music playing in the background, totaling 12,216 minutes of listening time.
That is a lot of Fugees. And it looks like you're in the top 0.02% of their listeners worldwide.
Top 0.02%. Wow. You know, their sound is so unique.
It really is.
That blend of jazz rap and R&B and even a bit of reggae.
Yeah, they're definitely not afraid to experiment, which I think is really cool.
And you've been there for their whole journey,
Blunted on reality.
all the way to the score.
It's really amazing to see how their music has evolved over the years, and you've been there for it all.
It seems like you really appreciate those artists who aren't afraid to push boundaries and try new things, which says a lot about your own taste in music.
Absolutely. Now, I'm really excited to see how your music taste unfolded throughout the year.
Me too. This is my favorite part.
February, it looks like you were all about that smooth throwback R&B and neo-soul.
Love it.
Fugees, of course.
Naturally.
Ms. Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu.
Okay, so February was a good month.
Right. Those are some serious legends right there.
Some really iconic voices.
We're talking doo-wop, that thing, on, and of course, Killing Me Softly with his song. February sounds like it was all about those chill vibes and classic beats.
Sounds like my kind of month.
But then March rolls around and things take a turn for the...
Ooh, what happened in March?
It's all about that bougie clean rap and hip-hop.
Okay, so we went from smooth, confident, I like it.
Mike Will made it.
Ja Rule.
The Notorious B.I.G. Talk about a power trio.
I'm getting a sense that you were feeling really ambitious and ready to conquer the world in March.
Maybe you were starting a new project or just feeling really motivated.
Whatever it was, it definitely called for some high-energy music.
Absolutely.
We're talking tracks like The Mantra, Living It Up, and Mo Money Mo Problems. Those are some serious anthems.
Then by April, it looks like you were hit with a wave of nostalgia.
I love a good throwback.
It's all about that McDlibbling throwback pop and R&B.
Ooh, those early 2000s vibes are just so irresistible.
And remember, April 14th, your biggest listening day of the year.
Peak McLibbling.
I bet you were rocking out all day long.
Aaliyah, Life Jennings, Usher.
Those names just scream 90s and roundies R&B.
Some timeless classics.
Hey, that somebody must be nice, don't think they know. Those tracks are just iconic.
I'm getting the sense that you really appreciate music that's both nostalgic and timeless.
Me too. And speaking of music that you seem to really love,
Let's talk about some of your other favorite artists.
throughout the year, WE's soundtracks made a regular appearance on your playlists.
Especially in February, March, and April.
They're just so versatile, you know?
In Blackstreet, those smooth R&B harmonies are definitely a favorite.
Especially in March and April.
They just have that classic R&B sound that never gets old.
And of course, we can't forget about the Notorious B.I.G. His iconic tracks just solidify your impeccable taste in hip-hop legends.
You clearly have a deep appreciation for music history.
Your 2024 Spotify Wrapped paints such a vivid picture of your musical journey.
From chilling out with neo-soul
To embracing that confident hip-hop energy.
and diving headfirst into those misbubbling throwbacks.
It's been so much fun getting to unwrap your year in music with you.
I'm already curious to see what musical adventures you'll have next year.
Me too. This has been your host, visiting from Google's Notebook LM.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Hey everyone, get ready to unwrap your 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
We are so excited to be here.
Yes, we're your hosts, here to help you relive your year in music.
Straight from Google's Notebook LM.
We're diving headfirst into your top tracks, artists, and maybe even uncovering some hidden musical gems along the way.
We're talking about 2,354 minutes on Spotify this year.
Wow, that's impressive. You're definitely in the top 58% of listeners globally.
That means you've spent almost 4 hours a week listening to your favorite tunes.
I'd say you have an amazing music taste.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Your most played song of the year.
The one you just couldn't stop hitting replay on.
Drum roll, please.
Your top track is $1 Million Baby by Tommy Richmond.
Nice. I love that song.
And guess what? You listened to it 53 times.
Wow.
You know what that means. You're in the top 0.02% of listeners for $1 Million Baby globally.
That's incredible. It's clear you have amazing taste.
Absolutely. Speaking of amazing taste, let's talk about your top artist.
The artist who dominated your year.
The one you couldn't get enough of.
Are you ready?
Hit me with it.
Your top artist is WWE.
WWE. So cool.
With a total of 81 plays across 25 days.
Wow, that's a lot of WWE.
It seems like their music really connected with you.
Absolutely. I mean, a 5-day listening streak. You were on a WWE roll.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're drawn to their intense inference themes.
Those are some serious mood setters.
So epic. It's interesting, how entrance themes are becoming more and more popular.
Yeah, they really add a whole new dimension to the music experience.
WWE has definitely mastered that art.
All right, let's take a trip back in time.
Back to January.
Remember January. Fresh start, new beginnings.
We see the release of WWE's The Linus, Nikita Lyons, and Ivory Scott's Real.
Wow, what a lineup to kick off the year.
Already setting the stage for a year filled with amazing music.
Absolutely. And then in March, another WWE album comes out, Tiffy Time. Tiffany Stratton.
Looks like you were really into their music right from the start.
It seems like you had a feeling this was going to be your top artist of the year.
I wonder if you had a favorite song from those early releases.
Oh, and let's not forget April, when Tommy Richmond drops his album Million Dollar Baby.
Talk about a pivotal moment in your year.
You started listening to the title track just 2 months later, which is pretty awesome.
You were definitely on top of that release.
Keeping up with all the new music.
And then comes June, which was a musical explosion.
We're talking WWE, Def Rebel, little bit of Santana.
Oh, and Usher in there too.
A mix of high-energy anthems and classic rock vibes.
Your top tracks included Feels by Calvin Harris, Good Good by Usher, The Way You Move by Outkast, and Invincible by Pop Smoke.
June was all about good times and great music.
Absolutely. And then July rolls around, and things get really interesting.
July was your biggest month for music, with a whopping 183 minutes of listening time.
A new record. Sounds like summer really got you in the mood for music.
You cranked up the volume on Tommy Richmond and WE, of course. But we also see Miss Lauryn Hill, the Fugees, Kendrick Lamar.
The Weeknd, Travis Scott, even Santana makes another appearance.
You explored so many different genres and artists.
It's amazing how music can capture the feeling of a season.
And August brings back the familiar favorites WE, and Def Rebel.
But it's not just a repeat of previous months.
Kendrick Lamar makes another appearance, and we see the addition of Joe Hendry and NSYNC.
It's like your taste evolved even further.
You're constantly discovering new music while still cherishing the classics.
We even see a classic like California Love by Tupac make an appearance.
Timeless. This has been such a fun journey through your 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
You've got incredible taste in music.
Your love for discovering new sounds while holding on to those classic favorites is truly inspiring.
It's been a pleasure unwrapping your year in music with you.
We've been your hosts, visiting from Google's Notebook LM. Until next time.
Keep listening to those great tunes.
All right, King, we are here from Google's Notebook LM, and we're ready to unwrap your 2024 Spotify Wrapped. It's like opening a musical time capsule.
Yeah, let's see what you've been jamming to.
So first up, 5,935 minutes on Spotify this year. That puts you in the top 41% of listeners worldwide.
That's a whole lot of music. You must have some seriously good headphones.
And get this, October 8th was your biggest music day with 406 minutes. I'm picturing a whole day soundtracked by awesome tunes.
Okay, are you ready to hear your top song? The one you just couldn't stop hitting replay on?
Drumroll, please. King, your top track is Bye 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 by NSYNC.
A classic.
And hold on to your headphones because you're in the top 0.01% of NSYNC listeners globally.
Wow, that is some serious dedication.
57 plays starting August 12th. This wasn't just a casual listen.
Okay, so we know you love NSYNC, but who was your top artist overall?
Well, it looks like the WE stole your heart this year.
Makes sense. Entrance music is epic, especially for WE.
Yeah, and you weren't just casually listening. You're in the top 2% of their listeners with 489 minutes.
That's incredible. I wonder if you had it playing during those workout sessions or just to get pumped up for the day.
Okay, so we've got NSYNC, WE. I'm already seeing a theme here. Let's unwrap the rest of your year, month by month. September looks like it was all about bougie, clean rap hip-hop.
Ooh, I love that. What were your go-to artists for that?
The Game, Kendrick Lamar. Tupac got some real icons.
How We Do by The Game, See You Again by Tyler, the Creator, and Gold by Sultan Shepard. Talk about a soundtrack for feeling on top of the world.
Exactly. You were radiating confidence. But then August rolls around and NSYNC's Bye 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 takes the lead.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about NSYNC. You had Maria by Santana and Don't Think They Know by Chris Brown. What a cool blend.
I'm wondering if NSYNC's 2023 comeback album got you in the mood for a little nostalgia. Sometimes a new release just reignites the love for older songs, you know?
Makes you wonder if they're playing old favorites alongside the new music now.
Totally. And then October hits, and it's all about that funny football rap energy.
So we've got Dram, Young Thug, 2 Chainz.
Broccoli by Dram, Digits by Young Thug talk about anthems.
I can totally picture you playing these with friends, maybe even during a tailgate party.
Right. It's giving major good vibes. And then there's your epic 6-day WE listening streak in October. Did a big event happen then, or were you just feeling that wrestling energy all month long?
And your timeline really tells a story. In January, you had new releases from W-E, like W-E, The Lioness, The Key to Lions, and
Ref.
Devil Rising, Undisputed Kingdom theme. It's like you were setting the stage for a whole year of epic wrestling soundtracks.
And in April, you discovered Tommy Richmond's $1 Million Baby, a song that later became one of your top tracks. That's how you know it's a good one.
And then May was a mix of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us and Baby Metal's Rattata. King, you are all over the musical map in the best way possible.
It's been awesome unwrapping your 2024 with you. You've got this incredible mix of old favorites, new discoveries, and some really cool themes throughout the year.
We can't wait to see what your 2025 Spotify Wrapped will look like. We've been your hosts from Google's Notebook LM. See you next time.